Perfume, you're going a little bit nuts, honey. Perfume. What are you're going nuts there, honey. Calm down. I know you hate that hat thing. Only a couple more days. Oh. Hey guys, how are you? Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm starting off with some free questions. Give me 1 second, guys. I dropped a bunch of cards. Perfume, you're acting like a crazy kitty. Hey guys, how are you? How's it going? Ready for the weekend? Tomorrow is Happy International Astrology Day. So that's fun. Ready to do some tarot readings. I just don't want my coffee to get cold. How's everybody doing tonight? Or this morning, depending on where you are. Hi, Perfume. All right, guys. I'm going to be starting with some free yes and no. Or these are sample readings if you want to, you know, have a full one. They are on the info's on my feed header. I guess that's what we can say nowadays. Feed header. All right, guys. Go ahead and put your questions down below. How is everybody? So as an astrologer and tarot master, my focus, all of my psychic work is focused on love and career. So please make sure your question is love or career oriented. So I'm doing free samples. These are mini readings for free. If you want a full one, you can get that on the info is on my feed header. So on my page. Make sure your question is career or love oriented. That is the type of stuff that I'm answering. So this one is for Lily. This is about, you know, the question about, is he going to be pursuing you? So Zachariah. I would say for now, no. The way the way the situation is for right now, no. Obviously things can change, especially if, you know, you have any say in it, but right now it's no. Let's see. All right, so Naomi is asking, does TJ still love you? There's an issue with the answer. So, in other words, the answer that you're getting with the connection between TJ and you is stressed. So it's a pretty harsh question. So I'm not going to say no, the person doesn't love you, but surely this is not where it needs to be. So there's an issue there. Okay. All right, Cassandra, will the rest of the night, okay, so remember guys, I'm doing love or career, okay? That's what my specialty is, reading on love as a love astrologer. And a lot of people come to me for career since that's my academic background, okay? So love and career is my specialty, all right? When it comes to readings, my psychic work. All right, let's see. Now, if people want like court cases, civil cases, medical readings, things like that, you know, I do everything, but mainly, you know, it's love, what I like to focus on. All right, let's see. Lynn, will your academic performance improve? Well, that's up to you, you know. That's a you thing. You're really worried right now and you've been struggling. So, yeah, so readings are not going to help you. Spirituality is not going to help you. You know, the mental wellness, your diet, your lifestyle, the stress that you have, solving your problems, your dedication to your studies is what's going to help you, okay? I'm a psychic, and when I was in college, tarot readings didn't give me honor roll. You know, I did. So graduating with honors is a you thing. All right, sweetie, so solve your issues, okay? All right, let's see. Put school first, you know? All right, let's see. Christine, will Gus reach out to you to reconcile? Yes. Very simple. I'm sure there's more to the story, but, you know, on the fly, yes. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Nikki, is Zach thinking about you a lot? Zach. Yes. Romantically, yes. Let's see. Did I skip anybody? Go ahead and put your question down. Okay, Nay, hi. Will you get the job you're interviewing for tomorrow? Well, you have to interview it first. Your situation, when you have an interview and you really want that job, do a money spell. Then, you know, that's the way to go. The question is not whether you'll get it or not. The question is what you need to do to get it. So that would be a reading. Either you try your chances naturally, live organically, do it natural, or if you're going to get a reading on it because you're very worried and you want to get a gain on the person's set of mindset or whatever, you get a reading on it. And then I'll be able to tell you, but you don't need the reading to do that. It's just that that's what a reading can do. Not are you going to get it or not. It's not appropriate. You got to live your life. Readings are not to cheat life. Okay, let's see. Jazzy, does Neil want more? Neil. This right now, as it appears, this is a situation where a person is not, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So you're in a place that he's not. So there's a lot of things I can offer. As a love astrologer, I can do a lunar love chart and see what the relationship has in it. There's a lot of things I can do. There's tons of charts, tons of techniques. There's a lot of things. We can look into the destiny of the relationship, you know, what he wants, what he's, you know, I can do a mind read, you know, it depends. But just on the fly, the free answer for you right now, already telling you, red flag, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Doesn't mean give up, it means be realistic, okay? All right, let's see. Kimmy's asking, can you see your question? Are you filtered? I don't see it. I don't have anything filtered. But this place has changed drastically, so I don't know if you want to try putting it in pieces, I guess. Okay, Carla, will your work situation improve? Okay, let's see. Will your work situation improve? Yes, but at great costs of your emotional being drained. So at the risk of you being drained. So a great cost to you emotionally. Yes, it can be, but to great levels of stress. So that means it's not a simple answer, okay? Realize that what you're asking entails not only a complex situation that's multi-layered, but also several people, and you cannot cover the sun with your thumb, you know? All right, let's see. Vanessa, will Bowen contact you again? Remember, guys, I'm doing love questions or career questions. So I'm on the Bowen. I'm getting a no for now. This person, the reason behind them reaching out would probably be, you know, something self-centered. All right, so maybe it's just physical attention, wham bam kind of thing, you know. Be aware, I don't see this person is just gripped and connected, okay? Doesn't mean that they can't turn that way. I'm just giving you as a right now. All right, let's see. Doris, is Laban mad at you? I wouldn't say that mad is the emotion, but there is something that you need to fix. So be opportune and approach the person, okay? You tried to put your question in piece, okay, in pieces. I thought you said Pisces. I'm like, what? Yeah, okay. I didn't see it, but I can try. Let's see. Kimmy, I don't know why, because the other stuff. Oh, okay. I'm seeing it in pieces. Hang on. You wrote interviewed for. Okay, so that means I'm assuming you want to know if you got the job from where you interviewed. Does this have anything to do with you in the food industry or serving? Something where you do something for a group, so like something where it would be hospitality or tourism, something with that. Anyway, I don't know. I think she's filtered. She's having a hard time communicating. Sorry, but so I'm getting that there is something positive coming your way with work. Okay, with work. Yes, mail sorting, customer service. Yes. Okay. Yes, I do see that you get it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Brenda, does Terrence miss you? Yes. All right, let's see. Aurelia, will my call come back? Not for now. Not for now. For the time being, no. For the time being. Let's see. Pablo's asking, will you be financially stable again? Yes, but this talks about abandoning other things to focus on the one thing that you need. So it's contingent upon you strengthening the one thing that you know you need to do. So, yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. You will be. You're not going to get everything happening all at once, like one solution, but you will feel relief. But it's a journey. It's a progress. Okay. Stick to what you know, because this talks about you having a very strong gift in one area, one bit of knowledge, or one acumen in one field or something. Okay, so just leave the bullshit aside and focus on the real thing. Get to the nitty gritty. All right, what sign are you, Pablo? Are you a fire sign? All right, guys, thank you so much. So Neaton is asking, will Anushka reappear again? That sounds like a tricky question. I'm going to pass on it. Okay, if you want a full reading, you can get one on the page. But yeah, this one is a, there's something off about the question. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. If I don't feel connected to the question, I won't answer it. All right, let's see. Felicia, is Barry lying to you? So I realize that you're focused on him lying to you about money. But in this particular case, yes, money is involved, but it's not exactly the story. This has to do with a complex situation where he's between a rock and a hard place. So I'm not saying excuse it. I'm just letting you know that you're right in the doubt that you have. But in his perspective, is a very difficult situation for him. So, yes, there is information withheld. Withholding information is the same as lying, but it's not as dire as you're feeling it. All right, let's see. Will Ashley and Robert get back together? Well, let's see. How should I answer this for you to understand me? So I do see them connecting, but the longevity of that connection is questionable. So do they get back together? Yeah. Is it really together and stay together? No. You know? It's like a rendezvous. All right. Let's see. Are your son and what now? Are your son and his ex done for good? If you have several children, several sons, several daughters, you're going to have to tell me which son, okay? So for example, is your son the Taurus, or is your son the Pisces, or is your son the Aries, or whatever sign, okay? You want to do it that way, unless you have two Aries sons, but give it to me straight like that, okay? All right, let's see. Lisette, will you get a promotion in October? Yes, at least the possibility for that promotion is still strong. I'd rather say it that way, because you got to realize things can be corrupt. There can be issues that pop up. Many things change and evolve from here to October. It's not exactly like I'm looking at your chart. It's not exactly like I'm doing a deep paid read. You know, this is just, you know, in the energy that I'm picking up on. So it's good for now with a somewhat perspective. You know, yes, the possibility will remain, but how it plays out and what obstacles can come in the way, that's where you have to stay proactive. Okay. But I would say yes, overall it seems good. But don't forget the but ellipsis, okay? This is a time, if you are very spiritual minded, do magic for it. You know, there's nothing wrong. You're not jeopardizing anything. It's a promotion you're supposed to have for you. And there can be a lot of people that want their hands in the cookie jar. So that's a time where you do something to, you know, secure that promotion for yourself. You're just trying to make a living and stabilize yourself. So, you know, there's nothing wrong in magic with that, okay? You're not taking anything from anybody. All right. So let's see. Ashley, will you be moving across the state? So I don't answer questions like that. If you will be moving, it's up to you. If the money's there and the opportunity, you know. If you want, you can do astrology with me if you're really bent on finding out how that's going to unfold. But generally, I answer love and career questions. These are short answers that apply to exactly what's going on at this time. It's you know, indicative of right now. All right. Obviously, long reads are more dedicated. All right, Deb, you've been on William's mind a lot. Have you been on William's mind a lot late tonight? Yes. Yes. There is definitely attraction there, but that doesn't mean, I think the question you should be asking is, what are his intentions? Will he follow through? But yes, you are in his mind. All right, let's see. Picking up on any energy between Shamar and Kimberly. So there is an issue. This is where you're not aware of something they felt. All right, we're going to leave it there. All right, should you check in with Tom on Tuesday? For Chrissy. No. That doesn't mean no, don't do it. That's the problem with yes and no. I'm picking up on something that can be a negative experience. That doesn't mean no, don't do it. That's it. Turn the page. No, it means flag, dissect it. It could mean find out why. You know, there's a reason. Like maybe there's a specific warning. Maybe it's something you're going to say. Maybe it's the way you wouldn't react. There's something about it so that you can convert the no to a yes. Okay. All right. So yes, flag. There is an issue there. All right. Let's see. Baby McKinney, is your middle son, the Leo, done with his ex? Okay. So the answer is no. The answer is that ego plays a role, and so does desire. So in his mind, he's done, but low-key not done. So he's doing it to pull back or maybe see her reaction. I'm not sure. There's a game going on. I have to do a full read, but on the fly, just telling you, is he done? Right now, emotionally, the way he feels, absolutely, that's what he feels. Deep inside, no, there's something hidden. I'm going to do this to condition the situation to see what she does because, you know, I'm not happy. So no, and the attraction is still there. So no, and there's still room for manipulation too. So no, not done. Okay, let's see. Should you take a chance and leave your job? That's something that I really feel a free yes and no. It's kind of like, you know, if you want dinner and you go get like an appetizer and you get a cheese cube, it's not dinner. I'm going to give you the energy. I would say no. But if you're talking about your career, so if you want to really dive deep, you know, get an astrology with me or something like a deep tarot, because this is not going to cut it. But if you have to know yes or no, I'm saying there's a problem there. So I would say right now, no. Okay. All right, let's see. Mammy, will Steve and you reconcile your relationship? Money and a person not budging on what they want or their point of view is important here. So there's something self-centered and selfish about it. Is he a Taurus? Are you a Taurus? There's something Taurian about this. I would say, yes, you're able to make a decision, but, and you know, move forward, but is it getting to the root? Is it really solving what you need? Is it really going to a place where you need to? No. Okay, so you want to check your moon and rising and his moon and rising. Okay? All right, also any stelliums. Okay, so that's also identities. Maddie, do you do general readings? Yeah, I do. Admire, will Hilda and you reconnect? So I want to tell you something about general readings. So general readings is open, whatever the heck is the issue is going to come up first. So the pros and cons of a general reading. A general reading is when a person says to me, just do a reading. I'm not going to tell you any information. Just do the reading. Okay, no problem. I do them all the time. Whatever comes up will be what it is addressed. But once it comes up and once that's on the foreground, you can't sit there and play, let's play 100 questions. That doesn't work that way, because I'm not going to spend 2 hours answering everything. Oh, I like what she said. She really hit the head on the nail. You know, I'm going to do, no, I'm not. It's the time frame. So the reason people get generals is because A, they've never got a reading. They want entertainment. They think it's fun. B, they're testing the psychic to see what comes up. C, they have skeletons in the closet. They don't want to see shit, and they want to see what comes up. If you want one and it's, you know, to really help you out, yeah, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I do them all the time. I'm just telling you, FYI, it's much better to focus on what your problem really is to get a real answer. But you'll get a real answer anyway. It's just the dance, you know. Okay, Admire, will Hilda and you reconnect? Well, there's something in the way, and I would say it's either friends or family. There's an interruption there, and that's not going away. So it's not a yes or a no, it's a deal with the problem accordingly. All right, let's see. Will Alfred and you get back together? Christina. Three's a crowd, Christina. Okay? Three's a crowd. All right, let's see. Christina, will you get the job you're hoping for? You know what, guys? I am missing some of you, to be honest. I'm missing some of you, and I'm sorry for that. I'm seeing some things go so fast. 1 second here. Sorry. If I did, I'm not ignoring you. Just go ahead and post it again. I don't see that as spamming. You're just trying to be seen with your question, so I'm sorry. All right. So to get a full reading, you have to visit the page, and it's on the header, the feed header. I guess that's what you can say here. All right, and that's where it is. All right. Catherine, do you still have hopes with Zachariah? Didn't I answer your question already, sweetheart? Juliet, will Ethan, hang on, I gotta connect to the person. Hang on. Juliet, I'm not a machine. Will Ethan reach out to you before your birthday? So I'm not gonna play the calendar game, but I will look into his desire for you. So give me 1 second. Ethan. Yes, and he could be late. All right, fair enough. Okay, anything for Alyssa or Omar? You have to ask a question, sweetheart. These aren't full readings. These are just samples. These are little mini ones. So ask a question, I'll give you an answer. Okay, Amy, will Nico reach out to you? So there is a delay in that, but there is something he's dealing with that is an issue for him. So don't take it personally in this situation, okay? So yes, he will, but not anytime soon. So the torturous part is you waiting, all right? But you're waiting for a legitimate reason. There really is something he's dealing with. Let's see. Takira is saying, okay, does Shaima want to know what you're doing? Okay. Yes. And it has to do with something love-wise, because there's a wondering of someone's love life as well, okay? All right. Is your wife being faithful to your relationship, marriage, like promises she always has? You sound bitter. Sorry. There's an issue there. If you want to get a reading on that, you can consult me. I'm a love specialist with Astrology Tarot. All my psychic work, I focus on love and career, mainly love. All right, love is my choice, and then I guess people come to me a lot for career, so it kind of like stuffed its way in there with what I do. Okay, let's see. Alyssa, will Omar text you back? Omar. He's very smart. This is a very, very cunning man. So when I say smart, I say a little bit of street smart, a little bit of book smart. He's a smart guy. He might have some strong water to him, because this is very, although I'm seeing earth and fire, but that has nothing to do with him. That has to do with something else. So don't worry about that. The focus that I'm seeing is that he's very intuitive, and he knows. He's a little bit ahead of it. Like if you're like silent, he'll know why you're being silent. Or if he kind of know, he's how should I say? If you think you're being quiet and mysterious and slick, he already knows what you feel. So this is a guy that's very aware of you know, make sure he doesn't play you. But yeah, he's interesting. Interesting. Yes, he's going to reach out to you, but when he feels like it. So this is very toyish, you know. Let's see. Jai, does Davin's parents love you? Davin's. I should say that I see things very cordial moving forward, but how should I say? There's a little bit of hypocrisy, but you know, maybe with time. This is the kind of thing where everybody's kind of acting correctly and nice and everything, but not everybody's convinced. So yeah, I don't know. It's mixed feelings. I mean, if you want the truth of the feelings, I think it's going to go well though. So just be patient. All right. Does he think you're a toy? That guy that I asked about, the one that was really slick. He does not think you're a toy. Part of his guyish behavior, who he is he's like that. Don't take it personally. I think you should wait and see how it unfolds and just be smart about it, because you know, he's not the type of person that right away, oh, I'm open, oh my God, you're the one, baby, let me tell you, and I can't be without you. No, this is little steps. You know, he's kind of feel for it. This happens sometimes in the early stages. If it's been happening for a little bit, then I don't know, because then we'd have to look deeper. But no, he doesn't think you're a toy. You misunderstood me. You're asking if he's going to reach out to you. And I'm telling you that he is, but he's delaying it on purpose because of who he is. So I'm trying to tell you that there are men that are ready for love and they're just honest and open and let's go. And then there are ones that are like, I don't know yet. I'm hesitant. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. I don't know. I guess I'll see where it goes. I don't know yet. I got other shit on my mind. I don't know. And he has other options too. So that's what I'm saying to you. In the beginning, you can't get offended. You just have to go for what you want and be your best self. And, you know, be honest. You be honest. You know, answering him something so you wait for him to, that kind of mind game thing is not going to work with him. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Not with him. All right, let's see. Melissa, is your fiance cheating on you? No, but there are plans being made that you're not involved in. Is that cheating? Cheating is usually a term referred to sexual, you know, relations with someone else. But a cheat is also a lie, is also a betrayal. So in this particular case, if it's, you know, nothing to do with intimacy, but it has to do with, like, you know, the openness, I would say yes, you're being lied to if that's your question. Do you feel there's something awry that's going on? Yes. But it's not with intimacy, it's with something else. And this is about financial instability and other things. Yes, there are secrets. Yes, absolutely. All right, Shay, is D returning? So I don't do the letter game, sweetie, but if you want to give me their sign, I can do it with the sign if you don't want to give their name. Let's see. Felicia, is your ex talking or interested in a female? Okay, that's a novel. Sorry. Just yes and no, you know, simple question. If you want, you can get a full one. Mario, will you get a new job soon? So the situation, all right, let me answer your question first directly. Are you going to get a job soon? Eventually, if you continue to look for what you need and everything like that, yes, you will get an answer. Yes, you are going to eventually find one. Yes. But there's a problem that I'm seeing with your question. It talks about someone offering you something and you don't want it. Whatever that is. Oh, hey, George, how are you? Been a long time, huh? You want a general reading? Why do you want a general reading? Because you don't know what to ask, or... All right, let's see. Will you and your daughter's father ever be together, like the same strong feelings towards each other? So that's what I do for a living. I'm a love specialist. That would be an astrology reading. Okay, I will draw a card for you, but it's not going to substitute looking into your situation. You're really asking about the father of your children. So that's a whole thing, okay? But I'm going to find out... what I can tell you right now on the fly is that there are plans that this person is making. Maybe it's you, but I feel that it's more towards him. Anyway, because in a love question, you know, people are intertwined. So there is something where one of you, and let's just direct it at him, there's plans being made. And the person is about to readjust. So this is the kind of thing where timing is important. It can be a relocation. It can be something that takes up someone's time, someone's schedule. Time is of essence. So if this is your goal, set your mind to it, because this is the kind of thing where timing can screw things up and then you miss a chance. Okay. All right, let's see. I think I'm behind answering questions. Alyssa's asking, can you ask again and send a gift? I don't do gifts. I mean, gifts are just voluntary if you want to give it, because we get pennies. And I'm doing this free anyway. You can just get a reading, sweetheart. You can just get a reading. I mean, you know, your connection was bad. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you can just get a full one. It's only 25. So... okay, let's see. Irene, does Harry and the Hendersons, my 80s reference, no, 90s, something like that, 2000s. Let's see. Does Henry miss you? I'm not going to tell you that there are moments where he has, but the energy that I'm picking up on with him is that he's got his plate full. So this is, you know, when it comes to him, this is a person that is very focused on either money making or career or something like that. Yeah, it has to do with money. It has to do with what he does. So remember that when I do these kinds of freebies, I'm picking up on the energy that's the most current. So if a person broke their arm, that's what I'm going to tell you. If the person is, you know, having a stressful time committing to a relationship, and that's what they've been dealing with for the past 3 days, I'm going to pick up on that. So I do that. It's not like these long, you know, when I do full readings, I'll go into the whole tea. So that's the energy that comes up. I understand you're trying to find out a love answer, but this is a man who's preoccupied right now. So don't take it personal. There's nobody else in this particular case. This is just, he's very occupied with what he does. And it's not like career, oh, I'm going to shine. No, it's like, I better make money to make the bills. So there's a lot of stress there with him. Okay. With this man. Let's see. Does he have, well, okay, never mind. I just, yeah, he seems like a really cool guy. Okay, so Linda, is Cosmo involved with another woman? Cosmo. What an interesting name. Yeah, I'm getting crossed energy because I was thinking of Henry. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me just, I usually have incense or something, but that's okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just connect your question again. I'm not a machine. Give me 1 second. Where are you? Oh, hey, George. You said because something will pop up. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see. So let's go back to Linda. Is Cosmo involved with another woman? Cosmo. No. No, but you know something though? He has an addiction. So you're picking up, your intuition picking up on things that have to do with like physical attraction and things like that. You're not wrong. It is funneling into, maybe he has a addiction to inappropriate adult content, or maybe there's something inappropriate that he does online, whatever. You know, addicts do that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, there is something that's there. Is it another woman, you know, like with an affair kind of thing? No. But isn't it the same, sort of, like at the end of the day? So sort of, but right? Okay, so address it so you don't live like that, or get a mind read on him. You know, I do those all the time. I'll tell you a lot more, so you can confront him in a nice way so that your relationship can move forward, unless you want to like find somebody better. Okay, hi, is Martin cheating on you? All right, so Carrie. So forget the word tonight, because who gives a shit if it's tonight or 3 days from now? Doesn't it matter in the mind, in the intention, right? Anyway, if you want to know what he's doing tonight, you can get a reading with me that focuses on that. Okay, it's remote location, and I do offer it in my abilities. I do offer that kind of reading, but I think it's better to just, you know, a mind read is much better. Okay, No, tonight, that there's, in general, the current time, I'd rather say, there is no infidelity in the current time. However, you are not wrong in feeling weird about it, because there is something that he doesn't want you to know that he's still doing. So, I guess that's a yes and a no together. Okay, let's see. Alyssa, does Omar think, hang on a minute. Does Omar think you're a toy? No, he does not. Unless that's an old question. No, he does not think you're a toy. So let me explain what I understand by that. So a toy is someone that when a man looks at a woman like a toy, that entails that it's a booty call, basically. So it's a booty call. So he doesn't think of you that way yet. Hopefully, you know, it depends on what it's a whole thing. But, you know, right now it's about him not sure what else he wants. All right, let's see. I got a reading here. Give me 1 second, sweetheart. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Okay. All right, George, give me 1 second so I can do your reading. I'm just making sure to see the one that you got. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let me see the way. Oops. Okay. All right, starting George's reading, guys. Hold your questions, okay? I will continue with this stuff in a bit, but hold your questions. All right, here we go. How you doing, George? You doing good? Nice to see you. Okay. So the first thing that comes up in this reading is, hey guys, how are you? The first thing that comes up in this reading for you, George, is, because you said you wanted a general, so it's whatever pops up. This is when a person stops being intimate with someone. Maybe it's flirtation, maybe it's physical relations. It's when that stops, and also the friendship, or like, well, it doesn't make sense because a friendship is not a romance. All I meant was that the friendly part of the romance suffers. So the bond that the person has. So this is a relationship in trouble. So this is a romantic relationship that has had issues. So something that was romantic stopped, and now there's a blockage or a problem with the way that two people are getting along. Do you know what that is? Okay, as long as you know. I don't need to know, but as long as you know. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at with the dice, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay. I would say that 2 women show up in this reading. One of them seems extremely distant, where they're still part of your romantic focus or energy, I guess. And the other one seems like it's what has coming. So one seems like, because I know you, it seems like one might be that crystal, it seems like, which it doesn't seem like, and one feels like another woman, like someone else, I don't know. And the one that's with her, because it seems like, because there's one that's very much in the distance, that like she's not like, there's nothing heavy going on at this time. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying that's something that's still in your energy. So you have feelings, even if it's bottled, even if it's in the subconscious. And then there's the other woman, which seems like, well, you're saying you're in a relationship. And I'm wondering if you're broken up, because there's a problem with the relationship you're in. That's the second woman. So this is an issue with the relationship you're in. All right? So like I said, 2 women pop in. One seems like it's still part of your, I guess the grid of your energy. She's still in that with you. but the other one seems like the one that's like in the right now, and there's an issue with it. And it seems like you're either drifting apart or there has been something that has caused that, or it may lead to that. All right, so it seems stressed. Are you stressed in your current relationship? Because this is a problem with your romantic relationship right now. Hence the runes where I first said that, there has been something. Okay, so that's probably why your ex pops up. Or, I don't know, is your ex Crystal or is your ex another woman? Because then there's 3 women. Oh, okay. Oh, your ex. Okay, that ex. Okay. So then maybe that's the other woman. Okay. Okay, so Precious is asking on my page, on the header of my feed header. Okay, so that being said, the relationship that you're in, like I said with the runes, it's an issue right now intimately, and also with the bonding and the talking, and there's an issue. And then when I look at, with the dice reading, I'm showing 2 women, and one of them seems like they're from the past, but they play somewhat of a role, whether it's in your subconscious or whatever. You're clarifying it's your ex, that's fine. And then, the issue at hand, okay, with this woman. All right, so it's what has popped up in your general so far? Love, troubled love. So now let's go further and see what else, okay? All right, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just focused on my client's reading, so I'm sorry if I look down. I will continue the free yes and no in a little bit, and if you have a reading, that you got, but just allow me, okay? All right. Is your girlfriend pregnant, George? Okay. Okay. All right. I I see that the boyfriend, I'm sorry, you're the boyfriend. Your girlfriend's father is going to be an issue in the situation in the future, in the near future. So remember that you already know how I read, right? You already know. You've been getting readings from me for a long time. So you already know that what I'm going to tell you, a lot of it is current, some of it is happening, some of it happened already, and a big chunk of it is going to happen, and you know how to be aware of it, okay? Okay. The pregnancy situation, if it's not already occurring or, has occurred, realize that the theme of that subject is going to play a role in the way things unfold. Meaning that, one second, because this is a general reading. Okay, so I'm gonna, one second, okay, give me 1 second. Okay. So let's talk about the pregnancy part, okay? I don't think that she's it's not that I don't think. I'm telling you that I know that I asked you, could she be? But in looking further, the reason why it shows up is because she wants to be. So I need you to pause right now, everything that you're listening to in this reading, and let's get clear on something. All right, so hit the pause button. Let's start a fresh page. Your girlfriend in the near future, so like maybe after Easter, maybe from here. So, okay, so let's say today's the 20th, okay? So from the 20th on to the next, let's say 2-3 months, something like that, there's going to be something that comes up between both of you where pregnancy and a baby, and that comes up with her. Maybe she thought she was. I don't see that it's a pregnancy scare, because usually I call those right away. And if it's a baby, I usually, bam, like I pick up on that very fast, even though I'm not looking for it. And if it would be, it's probably a boy. But anyway, it's not that she is right now. It's that she's going to want to be. And because of the way that your ex deals with you and the fact that you had a baby, it makes her feelings in some way, shape, or form. I don't know the issue that you're having, but the intimacy and all of that, it makes her feel, you may not pick up on that, but the way that she feels is almost like she's left out of the picture, because she's not your baby mama. But if she would be, then, so there's like a whole big thing, plus her biological clock ticking and all that stuff going on. And there's going to be an issue with her dad. So what I'm trying to say to you is be aware and be more sensitive to her feelings. And when this issue comes up, it's not right now, it will be coming up. You're having an issue now, but there's more to come. When that comes up, I want you to be more patient and say, okay, this is going to blow over, and I'm going to treat this gently, and I'm going to try to see it from her perspective. Okay, to kind of, because you don't want, things are going to be very agitated. Plus, I get the feeling that she tells her parents something different than she tells you. Not because of anything, but maybe there's things that she feels more confident telling them that she doesn't feel confident telling you. You gotta, if you understand what I'm saying to you, there's gotta be a reason why. So I'm not saying she lies to you or anything like that. Please don't misunderstand that. But it's like, there's just something off about, you know, what she tells them, the perspective that, you know, that she doesn't tell you. So things are going to get more complicated with you and the girlfriend. Okay? Things are going to get more complicated. Now, what is the sign of your girlfriend? Do you know her sign? Capricorn or whatever? Yeah. Okay, so she's a Cancer. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so so one of her, the big fear that, you know, your girlfriend is going through right now is that the shutting down of communication. So I don't know, you know, the ignoring, if it's going to prolong, right? So this is the fear. And there's a struggle here because, you know, on your end, it feels like there's a fear also that she's going to focus more to have it done in her family way instead of yours. So instead of like plugging in with you and doing things the way that you want to, this is like you have to kind of like be a plug into hers. So there's like a control factor, like saying, okay, this is how we do it over here. So there's a demand. So there could be a great divide. Instead of like merging together, there's like, you know, you have to do it this way and you have to do it. So there's an authoritarian kind of feel. You have to now follow these rules. So mom and dad, if they're not happy, or siblings or whatever, oh, I told my family this, that's going to be coming up. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like when you're dating someone and it could get serious, maybe, and you're concerned that you're, okay. All right. Let's talk about something hidden with her. She feels that you don't act fast enough with what you have to. Okay. And there's some stress there, all right, with the family thing. But let's talk about what she doesn't say, all right? What she doesn't say, what she's not saying. And this has to do with, she, in the back of her mind, is kind of like nitpicking you in a way, like saying, he's not lazy, but like, is he just not going to do what he needs to do? Because he's not stepping up to plate. Like, there's something that you're not doing that she wants you to do. So this can be job related. This could be with the relationship itself. There's something that she feels that you're too much into your own ways, and you're not, that she's like going, when is he going to do this? So there's something that's like aggravating her. You know, I don't know if she's nudged you about something. Maybe it's engagement, or maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's something else, but this is like when she's, okay, yeah, that could be it. And you're hesitant, so, or have been, or at least you're not reacting in the way that she wants. And this is where she's thinking, my God, how long do I, this limbo crap, like, what is it? Like, there's got to be a reason. And then there's doubt. So this also is an issue, okay? All right. Let me see something a minute. So your ex is, just FYI, your ex is purposely trying to cause an issue with you and your relationship. Just to let you know. Whether you're on friends with her or on good terms, I'm seeing that this is not cool. So she's purposely trying to rock the boat. And that's what she wants. All right. All right. Okay. So the reading suggests that you... Right. But she won't. Yeah. So be, disarm her ammo, So if she's picking at something, take the power away from her. Tell her less. Don't let her get to you. If she's looking to stir the waters, don't let her. Take the power away from her. Don't argue about it. Just do it. Whether it's saying less or answering her with a cynical remark or whatever it is, you don't have to tell her about your things. The more she knows the more she will try. So you just can't stop people like that. But what you can do is control your life and not allow it. You can, she doesn't have a way in if you don't let it. All right. I know. I realize she did cause stress, and I realize it's done. But here's the thing. This reading is encouraging you to continue to be on the good page with your girlfriend. It would be beneficial to you. This is something that you should focus on, at least for now, and try to make things better. This is what the reading is encouraging you. So the reading is picking up on a lot of things that are not being addressed, a lot of things that are not being said, a lot of emotions, a lot of things that are going to be stirring up that might make you uncomfortable. The end of the day, work towards them, be patient. It's suggested that you stay on a good page with your girlfriend and you get back on track together, because it's not okay to have this distance. This relationship is healthy for you for now. Hopefully it'll unfold into something good. But it's the one that you have right now in your life, and you wanted a relationship. And this is something that for now is okay. I suggest that, yeah, you're rusty, I know, and this is going to help you. This is going to help you. Don't let things, don't be so drastic. Virgo, especially males, they have a very clear set on what they want. Virgo females, they flex a lot more, but Virgo males, they really, really know what they want, and they don't mess around, you know, they don't like whatever doesn't, you know, this is good for you. You wanted a relationship, you know, you were lonely, and here she is, and don't let this get in the way. There's a lot of feelings here. This woman is really into you. You know, this is good. I'm not here to tell you anything of your choices with family. That is not what I do. I tell you spiritually what unfolds. You make your own choices, but I am going to tell you that, you know, be a little bit more aware of the baby route, because, you know, you can always plug that in when there's a little more stability. Okay, it's not really good for anybody, you know, not her, not you, not the baby, to open those doors at this time. So, you know, you obviously, you know, you're a great dad and everything like that, and would be again, but you know, it's just that you got to have stability in a relationship. It's healthy for everyone. And if, you know, and I see that this is something that is going to be coming up as a theme, as an issue, she's going to be, you know, complaining and emotional and things like that later. Okay. And you deal with it sweetly. And, you know, she's very sensitive and very harsh. So when she's hurt, she's ignoring you. When she's hurt, she doesn't want to deal with, she won't deal with you. That's when you know when a cancer's hurt. When is that something? I left the window open. I think there's a little bug flying around. They like my plants. But anyway, yeah, when she's hurt, that's when you're just not going to say a word. She's not going to say a word to you. You give her something in the trash. Don't speak to me. Okay? So just nudge her sweetly. She'll melt, okay? Yeah, my suggestion is deal with all those things. She's seeing how she wants to start fresh with you. She wants a path with you. She wants to form a family. She wants to get married. She wants the whole thing. And you are not ready, and this caught you by surprise, and you have your doubts and you have your fears, and you're in a not sure place, and she's in a I'm sure place. So, that being said, yeah, full 9 yards. She wants the whole thing. She wants to start her life and get married and the whole thing. And I don't mean this exact moment, but it's something that's definitely present in her plan. And the more she has issues with, she knows that you don't feel that, because she intuitively can pick up on what you're ready for and what you're not, and all of that. And then there's other issues coming in. So then there's jealousy, and then you don't deal with it the way she needs to emotionally. So she gets pissed off, and, you know, it's a whole thing. So my suggestion is say less, be more comforting, try to fix it with her. This relationship seems healthy for you. And it's not something that I'm saying to you, seal the deal just yet, because you're not sure. She's ready, you're not ready. Wait a little bit, just go to a good place where you feel more stable, and then reassess and see what's going on, because you can't stay in fear forever. You know, it's not fair to her. Okay? But right now, you got to fix it. You got to fix it, and it's up to you. All right? And also, don't let the ex toxic shit in, please. If she's only as powerful as you let her be. Okay? And put your foot down and deal with it differently. Don't just complain, oh my God. No, that's not happening. I don't want to deal with you. And if she talks about it, you say, look, we're going to talk about it and we're going to clear it up, and I want to hear your feelings, but then I want to squash this. She's not important enough. You are. Say those words to her. All right, that's important. She needs to feel like she is the most special, the most important. Doesn't she tell you that? Be honest. Does she tell you that, your girlfriend, at some point? She needs to feel the most important, the one that, you know, you love the most, that she needs to be sure. It's a reassuring thing. She seems insecure about that. Okay, so then there you go, honey. There you go. You don't want to be lonely waiting for a woman again and all that sadness. No, you have one right there. Okay? So the connection with her is good. You know what that means? That means that all the other people that surround your life are going to make it difficult. Friends, family, her family, you're going to deal with a lot of battles. Be patient. When a relationship is good, everybody surrounding it sucks. It's the rule. I don't know why. Now, when her family adores you and makes you cake and everything is beautiful right away, oh, you know that's not going to last. Just saying. If it's shitty and there's battles and always an issue, you know it's good. Anyway, the relationship you're in it with is with her, nobody else. That's the one you got to be in. All right? All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. The reading does close, urging you to fix your issue and get unrusty. Get unrusty. And congratulations, by the way. All right? Is that the one that I saw in the reading a while back? That you were going to meet a girl? I don't know. I don't know. With you, I get confused because there's usually several ladies. Okay. All right, sweetheart. Good things to you. Take care, honey. All right, guys. If you got a full reading, let me know. If you're waiting on a free question, I'm doing free answers. Just go ahead and focus either love or career. That's what I like to do. If you did get a full one on my page, then you got to let me know. Kendra, will you leave out Johnny for good? Johnny. At some point, yes. At some point, yes. Right now, maybe this is the way that it's going to take, it's like a mind, body, soul thing. So first a person feels it very strongly, and then they have to work through the motions of every day, step by step, closing the door until they grow strength in that area, and then finally they make a change. So yes, it's in the works. Yes, but you got to realize sometimes, you know, the story can unfold as well where it just ends and you're not ready to. You got to be ready for that as well. So just stick to, don't be a roller coaster emotionally with your feelings. You know you got to do it, just stick to it. It's a work in progress. All right, Jazz, will Grayson come see you today? So I usually don't do like calendar questions or anything like that, you know, but I'm looking at the intention of the person. So if a person wants to be with you, see you, you know, all of that. Does this person, do you or this person, because in a love reading, when it's two people, it becomes intertwined. Do you have a distinct beauty mark or mole on your face? Or does he? I'm picking up on someone that has a significant, okay, do you have the beauty mark or does he? Or beauty mark, mole, whatever you want to call it. You do? Okay. Okay. There's another person that's really interested in you romantically. Okay. Just for you to know, I'm seeing that there's difficulty with the connection with the person that you're asking about, and I see that there's facility with someone that's into you. So it's like when a person's trying to like get their romance going and they're talking to one person and it's just harsh and it's just not flowing right. Yes, it unfolds, but it's like the person waits and it's just not, where at the same time there's somebody on standstill that's like ready to go, green light. So this is interesting. You have a lot more, probably a lot more interested in you than that. So the question is about the one guy. Yeah, let me see. Eventually the one that you like, whatever his name was, the first one that you asked me about, the one that he's going to see you or whatever, it's going to work. It's going to work with him. Are you Grayson? Yeah, it's going to work. So you're at a point in your life right now where you have several candidates, several potential suitors that want to get with you. Are you a Libra by any chance? Do you have Libra in you? Okay, what, your sun, moon, rising, or stellium? Taurus. Okay, the Tarkus. Ooh, yeah. Let's. I like that. Let's make a new zodiac sign. Tarkus. I'm gonna use that. Are you a Tarkus? No, I'm a unicorn. Anyway, yeah, no, that's Venus's other child. Yeah, I figured there's a lot of Venus seduction, charming. It's very easy when you like somebody. Somebody usually comes your way. You always get eventually romantically. You always get the person you want. Good for you. Spicy. Okay. Yeah, you just got, it's a waiting game with this guy. But the other one likes you really bad. Just saying. All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. All right, guys. If you have, I actually have a private reading to do. I will be back. Oh, I got to take it. I have a couple minutes to warm up and clear my head for my reading. All right, guys. When I'm done with the private reading, I'll see if I can pop back in, but if not, I'll be here tomorrow night. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question, but I definitely will. Bye, guys. Don't forget to check out my, my info on my page header. I guess that's how you have to say it now. Bye.